That may have been an entirely unrelated rumble sound. It might have had to do with the weird... whatever that was. Someone just throw something? Water's important. My wife was killed yesterday. How can I look our children in the eyes now? I've lost the right to be called their father. Why? I promised her we'd share every joy, every woe. I promised to protect her. What use is that now? What use are words without action? What could you have done? I could have been assertive. Think faster when it went down. I could have acted quickly, efficiently, instead of staying in my head. If only... What's done is done. Live on, pal, for the children. People like to have a talking to. There's some violent noises hanging around here that I'm a bit concerned about. It's so welcome to have a sprint button in this game, even though it's probably making me worse off because it's eating up resources. But it itself... Ooh! Familiar looking park. Not necessarily one-to-one, but maybe. What was with the shiny spot here? Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh. Inventory growing too full. I'm gonna want these herbs. Ah. So begin difficult questions about what we want to carry with us. Yeah, I need to figure out where I can store items, if anywhere. Because we're gonna start running into problems pretty quickly if I don't. The herb bride. See you tonight at Saba's place? It's dangerous. Yes. This is Inganpa Nguzom's place. If you must not bring outsiders. Everyone's looking for a Shab Nakadig. It's good they forgot Saba. You go there every night? The kin can even live there. People come and go, yes. So I'm kin to you? You're kin, Kandanga. Saba talked about you a lot these days. We waited for you. Yagashin? Got it. Stuff keeps happening. Sometimes after dark, step people meet at Saba's place. Not just them either. Do I know Saba's place? Maybe it's highlighted on here. That's Reuben. Pharmacy. Somewhere down here. There's the funeral spot. AKA a cemetery. I don't call it a funeral spot. Am I gonna run out of space here? Oh, no. All of our water turned into water. I was worried we ran out of space and I'd have to drop them or something. Because the empty and full bottles don't stack together. Our inventory is way more limited than it was before. So boring. How much longer do we have to wander the streets? Stop wandering then. Capella said we can't go to the nutshell until the evening, so we wait. The nutshell. Why is it called that? Because it's empty. Plus it's close to the station. You mean the passenger station? Oops. Hush, you shouldn't know about this. Just forget it. Already forgotten. Definitely not forgotten. Definitely remember exactly what you just said, and I'm not letting go of it. Ha ha. Turning more stuff into immunity boosters would definitely free up my inventory space. Somewhat tempting. This was worth 6. So 3 and boop and trade. There we go. A little bit of progress. I can make some attempt to consolidate. Kids nest in this house when strange things happen. It is right over here. I should take a look. Oh. Some of us wait for you at the square. The bridge square, that is. In the stone yard. You know how to get there? Why there? I don't go there often. You should. It's pretty. Anyway, they thought you went to see the judge. Kane, I mean. Georgi. They can wait a bit longer. No, they can't. Go there. They're doing it for you. You shouldn't keep them waiting. We're not your servants. I didn't say anything like that. They're waiting for me. Ah, they're waiting for me back by Georgi. But a funeral starts at dawn. I need to go there first, I think. I can wait to talk to these other people later. And their strange going-ons. Morphine is worth 6. Yeah, we're not making it there. Oh, almost there. Huh. Did I not get that? There we go. Listen. We're kind of by Capella. Shouldn't I take a look? It might frame the rest of the day, but I do need to get to... I need to get to the funeral. I'll do Capella and then nothing else. We'll go to the funeral after that. So I can't put it off. It'd be fucked up to miss my own dad's funeral in this game. Not to mention the fact that it probably has story implications, including the fact that even my own character has said, I need to see the body. The music is decent. It's just not the incredible strangeness that the last game had. And I kind of miss it. Open up. Haven't saved for a while. Hello, Vlad. I guess Capella's not in this room, though. I can't even talk to you. I'm aware of the fact that I just picked up another grindstone after throwing the other one away. God, how would one even recognize the herbs? I just need the glitter thing to happen. Matches and fishing hooks. And you can't trade for a lot of them either. How do I get to Capella? Hey, Uncle. Dig a hole for us, will you? People don't dig holes in this town, don't you know? Please, Uncle. We only need a shallow one. A couple of shovel swings, nothing more. Are you burying a cat? Yeah, I mean... No. Not a cat. Then whom? Just... the 8th. Huh? The 8th of what? Well, the previous 7 are already pushing the daisies. Nothing bad happened when we buried them, because the holes were shallow. I guess shallow ones are allowed. Alright, I'll dig you a hole. You're all still here? What? The fuck? That was a strange scene. That just kind of happened. Capella, seriously, where the fuck are you? There we go. They're ritualistically burying dolls. Huh. They've always got strange games going on that have some kind of larger significance. And I say that for a number of reasons.
Father has avoided me as of late. Strange.
Could it be that you're additionally some of those weird people who all live in a house together, but the chunks of house you're living in don't attach to each other at all? Because that's weird. That's a weird thing that you and the Saburovs do. At least the Kanes all live in different buildings, so it's like, oh, okay, sure. But you guys live in the same buildings, weirdly cut off from each other, which is a strange family setup. You are Artemi Puruk. Greetings. Greetings to you, too. Are you Olgimski's daughter? Yes, my name is Victoria, but my friends call me Capella. Well, are we friends? Yes. Really? How'd you figure it out so fast? I can see. I haven't yet mastered the art, but I do see things, sometimes. It's a gift I inherited from my dear mother. Are you talking about clairvoyance or what? I mean, it's hard to explain. Sometimes I know what a person will say before they say it, or I imagine a situation, and the next day it unfolds exactly how it was in my head. Sometimes I even know past events I wasn't present for, like which drawer Father put papers into years ago. A powerful gift, if you're telling the truth. Not that powerful. Not with me. Not like my mother. She could see at will. Although even with her, it could be fickle. I only see rarely, and I don't control it at all. I'd like such a gift myself. Mother said it would pass. I'll either see by my own will or lose it entirely. Or you'll start seeing ghosts and unicorns. Your undue sarcasm has been noted. It's not so rare a gift in this town. There were once several women who could see. Mother, Nina Kaina, Katerina Saburov, perhaps. Outsiders arrive with such skepticism, but they are always soon astonished. I had to remind myself that the last names have an A added to them because I think that's a cultural thing, not just in this game, but in East Europe and so on, is the last names being modified based on gender slightly. Though it's common, one weirdo already told me I'll drown the town in blood. You two swap notes or what? Do you know what I see? Under your feet, the hard soil acts as though spring melt. Each step forming an imprint filled with red. You leave pools of clotted blood in your wake, Artemi Puruk. I thought this must be about the murders, but you are no murderer. What does it all mean? You're asking me? I have no idea.
My brother is kind, but so miserable. He builds on sand.
Why have you come? Are you looking for my brother, perhaps? Or do you want me to ask something of my father? I need nothing. I sense sadness in your eyes. Have you been crying? Oh. Our family is falling apart. Father and brother argue all the time, louder and crueler with each passing day. Brother is angry with me. Everything went awry after Mother's death. Everyone loved your mother. I was just a kid, but I remember her too. She died when I was 6. On the day of her funeral, I locked myself in with the coffin so that no one could take her away from me. That evening, Brother explained there was no other way. The dead must be buried. That is best for them, he said. And then I understood. But how did your brother make you sad? Brother acts against Father's will. Your kin make up most of Father's workforce, but he doesn't treat them well. So Brother argues with him. But Father hates to be challenged. He says he'll disinherit my brother. Making you the heiress, right? Wrong. Mother never wanted that, and Father honors her will. Still does. Another family torn apart. Your brother. Is he home? I think he's in the Broken Heart now. In the Earth District. Actually, he frequents that place ever since Mother died. Don't despair. Even a torn family can be sewn back together. Sometimes grief can be a common thread. Capella. Got to figure out what these categories mean. Ogimski's heir spends his days in a pub called the Broken Heart. Is that the same pub I already know about? Yep, it's the same pub I already know about. Spends his days? Huh. That is different. They changed that detail. I very much know everyone's usual whereabouts because they're programmed in my brain, because being able to visit them on a schedule and knowing exactly how to get there is the core of playing Pathologic. So while there's plot details and other stuff that I might have difficulty recalling like very clearly every time, there's details I'll get wrong and so on. One of the things that I will not get wrong is the question of who lived where. Because damn if that's not a life and death thing that was programmed in my brain. God, we needed to get to this funeral. I'm sorry, Dad. Fastest routes to follow the railroad's diagonal path instead. I'll just try to keep going straight till I get down there. My stamina meter. Trade. Same rates as before. Only rats live here. I don't know what items are worth holding on to half the time. It's a new experience. What's wrong with her? We didn't do anything, I swear. We saw her crying, asked what happens. But she just bawled even more. Girls. Maybe she's hungry. I guess. She must be hungry. Why else would she be crying? Or maybe she's lost. I guess. She must be lost. Maybe we should take her to the station? No. I'm kidding. Leave her alone, she'll calm down. Don't put her on a train? Are you insane? I'm not crying, I'm just upset. Because they're always picking on me all the time. Who's picking on you, dear? Everyone. How are they picking on you? They say I'm ugly. I know I am. But why do they need to keep saying it all the time? Nonsense, you're very pretty. I don't know. Hey, Grief. I might want to briefly talk to you because I'm right in front of your building. And as far as I'm aware, time pauses when I talk to people, so picking up potential quests now rather than later is a good idea. I wasn't planning this, but we're happy to go right by your house, and we've already established this connection, so I should do it. My hunger's... I've been eating so much, man.
Time enough for rest after death.
And here comes Artemy. Artemy of the Academy. What do you need? Any insight on what's going on around town? Oh, sure. I've got insight. Got everything in sight. Death has his hands full. Our Grand Leader Simon drew his last breath. What else do you want to know about? The bosses and their schemes? Or the rumor mill? The bosses, sure. Tell me about the balance of power. Still the same. Saburov the Hawk is in charge, but he's all squawk. Ha! The Canes, as usual, racked their brains on how to move the town downriver. Quacks, all. The tower already floats. Mark my words, they'll hang the next district in the clouds. As for the Master, well, he's the Master. You mean Fat Vlad? Sure do. He's sitting pretty, the ugly bastard. Putting me at the heart of the warehouses. No complaints here. Quaint little abode. And under my feet, a whole railroad. You don't bother Vlad, and he won't bother you, neither. He's a scumbag. He's a money bag, first and foremost, friend. He runs this whole machine, feeds the town, allows us to earn our keep. Not just me, but everyone here. How many folks work at the cannery, at the station? The warehouses alone houses 400. And everyone gets paid solid coin. Yeah, coin. Just one. Barely enough to survive. You steppe people. All you know is herding cows and pushing plows. We have to look to tomorrow, cub. You think the Canes are interested in architecture, what, for its own sake? Even so, who will pay for it? Gotta think with your stomach some of the time. The Master is a shrewd man. Although he did ban entrance to the termitary. Of that, I wasn't a fan. What's going on with that? Folks there had problems with Fat Vlad, and it almost turned violent. Makes sense, too. 5,000 animals are bound to turn into beasts. Your kind is like a pack of dogs. One howls and the rest follow. But still. If I find out more, I'll be sure to tell you. Rude, by the way. Your kind are a pack of dogs. I thought we had a good thing going on, Grief. I thought we were friends, kind of. Ooh. Oh, that's coins, not... Yeah. That's a different value system. Do need to find stuff that's worth selling if I ever want to make it to the very high price of 3,000. I do find myself wondering whether I'll ever be able to afford that revolver, because it's a high price and a time limit. I don't know. There were other sources of guns before. Oh, I just dumped it on the floor. Okay, we need to go. I am continuously nervous of what the time limit might be, but I'm also simultaneously motivated to split my attentions in this kind of game. Striking the right balance is difficult. It's also the core of the entire game. On a mechanical perspective. Hey, meat sacks. That is what they are, aren't they? Aren't these basically just all like cow carcasses hanging out in the open air or something like that? Is that Aspity? That probably is Aspity. No more detours though. The cemetery. You're always welcome here.
Light feet and heavy heart, huh? It should be the other way around.
You know why the Earth won't take him? Who? Your father. Earth expels him like a foreign body. See that girl, Grace, the caretaker? She's getting desperate. I think she'd take his place in the grave if she could. What? This girl's the caretaker? Uh-huh. I see. You were talking about my father. Some people are weavers. They make connections. Others are cutters. They rip things apart. Your father? He was a cutter. You Burks are permitted to, aren't you? You're important among the locals, privileged as a faithful surgeon. He would cut apart a living, breathing town. Or even tear it into shreds with his hands alone. A violent man. How do you even know? You've only been here for a few days. But I do. Because I know people, and I know how to listen to them. I know how to connect. But your father was a cutter. He demolished the whole mycelium. Mycelium? What does that have to do with anything? A human mycelium. The mycelium of the town. He believed it was all intergrown wrong. That's just like you surgeons. If a fracture fuses wrong, you just break it again and sever the tissue too. Who does that? I do it all differently. So you're no surgeon then? I'm not. I don't work with bones and meat. My expertise has to do with more delicate things. Souls. Feelings. You would understand. Right, how would I? Hello, shovel? I'm hoping the fact that they're doing the campaigns one at a time, like, which is why we only have one of them right now, will result in her campaign being fully developed and good next time around, because it was a bummer last time. They say Earth wouldn't accept Father. Literally.